Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! We are live here for another great episode of On Air with Pierre. Today we have a great show for you. And so we want to make sure and ask you to share to all of your friends and let them know that you're watching On Air with Pierre. Today we're going to be talking with our friends from Faithful Friends who've brought some beautiful loving creatures to come and share the show with us today. We're also talking with Lauren of Mobile Mixology, who is going to show us how to make some really, really cool drinks perfect for this summer. We're also talking with Chani, Honeycutt, the special events manager for the city of Nassau Bay. And last but not least, we're also talking with our great friend who helped us design a beautiful set, Karen Nelson, with Design with Your Diamond Mind. So be sure and reshare this video out. We're also going to be announcing the winner of our $50 gift certificate for Mamacita's restaurant. So be tuned in and share this video to all of your friends. Let them know that you're watching Bay Area's premier show, On Air with Pierre. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited because I get to talk with my good friend, Chani Honeycutt, the special events manager for the city of Nassau Bay. Please help me welcome Chani!
Thank you, Pierre.
We have a packed house today, Chani,
yes.
And I'm so excited to get to talk with you because we've known each other for quite a few years now. We go back to
about 5 years.
Kima Boardwalk times and
the good days.
Yes, the good days of Kima Boardwalk. Chani, you took a little bit of time off because you are the proud mom of tell me the
one now 3-year-old little boy.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Do you want him?
Maybe for like the weekend, but then I'll give him back.
Okay,
there you go.
Yeah.
And so, Chani, you took a little bit of time off, and then you came back, and you are now back with the city of Nassau Bay.
I am.
So tell us a little bit about how this happened, and what are some of the fun things that you're working on at the city.
Oh my gosh. Well, for the city of Nassau Bay, we actually have a lot of things going on right now. And I'm actually a few different job titles at the city of Nassau Bay.
Hats.
I'm the human resources manager.
Okay.
Special events manager and communications manager. So, and we actually have a really busy couple of months coming up.
Wow.
This weekend.
Okay.
Easter weekend.
Yes.
Right? We have an event on Saturday. It's our Easter in the Park.
Okay.
And that's at David Braun Park.
Okay.
It starts at 2, and we'll have egg hunts, ranging for different age groups, because you can't put all the kids in one group. We've seen how that works firsthand.
I remember that when we did the Easter egg hunt at Kima Boardwalk, that parents were very passionate about like the egg situation.
Very passionate.
Right? and
it's like survival of the fittest, out there,
right?
And stiff-arming kids left and right. So we were just trying to prevent that from happening.
Yeah. So a couple of weeks ago, we had Lindsay Flagan with Macaroni Kid League City, and we were talking about the how passionate parents can get. And you're a parent yourself, right? So
yes.
So when you take your little boy out to an Easter egg hunt, are you like stomping over a couple of other parents?
Well, Pierre, I'm kind of nervous. This is the first year that he's going to be competitive egg hunting because he's 3 now, so he can actually be.
This is the real deal.
This is the real. It's not just at my parents' house where he just gets to go and pick up as many as he wants.
Now there's some egg hunts where it's like they have like 1,000 eggs and 100 people so everybody gets 10 eggs or whatever. But people don't always stick to that. And
luckily we have a great special events committee that's made up of volunteers.
Okay.
And they have single-handedly stuffed X amount of eggs, because I don't know the full numbers. I don't want to give facts.
EGGS, eggs amount of eggs.
So there should be plenty, we hope.
Okay.
And if that's not enough, we have the Easter Bunny coming, so you can at least take some pictures with the
Easter Bunny.
Yes. So.
Now some people some kids are scared of the Easter Bunny.
Mine was at first.
Okay.
And then we went to Baybrook Mall the other day, and he's just like,
yeah.
I'm like, come on, Anderson, like, let's go. And he's just like, I was like, you were scared of him last year, but now it's just like he's He's like, I've seen you in books and stuff,
Yeah.
so you're fine.
The Easter Bunny is, I think, a little bit easier to get used to than Santa Claus. Sometimes people like this, like
It
this old
depends
man
on
with
the
beard.
outfit.
Yeah. Well, because not all Easter bunnies are created equal. Too. That's true.
Right.
There's some Easter bunnies that are. Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got your big Easter event that's happening this weekend.
Yep.
And then you guys also have, I think it's kind of like a quarterly event called Street Eats.
Yeah, it's called Street Eats.
Okay.
It's kind of like our town square party. We have food trucks, and some of our sponsors are actually the Texas Food Truck Association.
Okay.
And they're actually who brought in a lot of our food trucks, and we have a few to name,
Cool.
just in case anybody's out there is interested. If
Sure.
there people are also really passionate about their food trucks.
Yes.
They're like, I follow that food truck from Houston to Austin to San Antonio, so you never know.
Well, the landscape for food trucks in Austin, I think, is like leading in Texas,
Yeah,
right? Like
I'm pretty sure that's like
food
their
truck mecca.
Yeah.
And then Houston's just trying to like figure out how to
Yeah,
like
but
how
I
do we
think
keep
we're
up?
getting there.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
we're
Cool.
getting
So
there.
some of the food trucks that you have there are.
Foreign Policy, Nola Po Boys, El Topo,
Okay.
Delish Curbside, Hula Dog, Food, Music, Life. And then for a couple sweet options, we have Angie's Cake, which I think is cake balls.
Okay,
assortment.
cool, yeah.
And then, of course, Kona Ice.
Yep.
So something
Can't go
cold for
wrong
the
with
kids.
Kona Ice. Yeah.
And
I wanna-
something we're really proud of is
Yeah.
our two bands that we will actually have performing.
Okay.
Which are the Mambo Jazz Kings
Oh,
and
yeah.
Mambo Breeze Sound. So you're familiar with a lot of these
Of
bands.
course.
So-
Yeah. Mambo Jazz Kings will put on a party.
Will they? Okay.
Cool. So I think I'm gonna have to like carve out and take my production team out there. And you guys want to dance with the Mambo Jazz Kings?
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
April
see?
27th.
April 27th.
Be there
And
or be square.
Be square.
Get
It's at
it,
the
Town
I see what
Square.
you did there.
That was off the
Man,
pad.
jeez, you've been taking some humor classes in your off time.
Trying
huh?
to. I had to break this.
Chani, if so, how much does it cost? What does that look like?
It's free of charge to get into the event.
Okay.
And of course, you have to pay for whatever you want at the food
Sure.
trucks. And we are selling beer and wine.
Okay.
So it's $4 for beer and $5 for wine.
So it's a free concert.
Free
You can
concert.
come out and obviously if you want to buy dinner and drinks and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
that's on your own. But it's basically a free event.
Yeah.
And
We have a moon bounce for kids.
Okay.
Face painting for kids.
so it's family friendly.
Yep. And some good backyard games. Cornhole, giant Jenga. So
Cool.
yeah, you
So
should come.
when did you take over the special events, or when did that happen?
As soon as I was hired on, it was in the title that I applied for. So,
Okay.
I'm drawn to special events. I'm
Sure.
drawn to just putting on a really good time for people.
Okay.
It's a big community event. That's one thing I love about Nassau Bay is
Sure.
it's so community forward. Of course, we're live in Nassau Bay, so
Yep.
it's been a great place to work.
And
so
to the
far.
folks that don't know, our studios are actually located in Nassau Bay. So what better place to be here to talk about your upcoming events. And one of the things I like about this event is that it's going to actually happen a couple more times later this year, right?
Right. We try to do one in the spring and I think one in the fall.
In the fall. Okay, cool. So hopefully we can get you back here to come talk to
I'd
us
love
about the
to.
fall event. And if folks want to get connected on Facebook, how can they do that?
You can follow us on Facebook. Just type in City of Nassau Bay and you'll
Okay.
find us. Our police department actually has a really interesting Facebook page. They post a lot of good information. And also earlier that day on April 27th, before the Street Eats party, the City of Nassau Bay has partnered with the DEA and we're doing a drug prescription take-back event.
Oh,
so
okay.
you can anonymously drop off any unused or unwanted medication at the City
What
Hall.
date is that, Chani?
April 27th.
April. Oh, so it's that same day of Street Eats.
Same day, just
Perfect.
earlier. So
Cool.
drop off your medication.
So the City of Nassau Bay has a plan for you. You go into your medicine cabinet, and it's an interesting point that you bring that up because a lot of us don't realize that we end up with medicine that we went in for some back pain, we use some of the medicine, and then we never use it again. But unfortunately, kids get into that.
Yeah.
And we don't always realize it. Not to mention that, medicine does lose its potency over time. It expires and stuff. And so this is a great opportunity. No questions asked. You can go to your medicine cabinet, clean out everything that you don't use that's expired that you don't need, and have a safe place to go and drop it off.
And it's anonymous. You don't even have to get out of your car. It's like a
Really?
drive-through because a lot of people don't feel comfortable there.
Sure.
So you can you just drive through, drop it off, no questions asked, and we'll dispose of it properly.
That is a great great program, Chani, and I want to thank you for coming to spend some time with us. And we're excited about the events that are coming in Nassau Bay, and we're excited to see how Anderson does in his first official.
I'll video him. I'll video
Please,
it and I'll
yes,
share
send us
it.
the video.
And I'm really hoping that this shows, like, maybe he'll get picked up by like the Texans or the Astros or something,
It's
and maybe or
with,
something competitive.
With On Air with Pierre, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, this is his breakthrough moment.
Guys, we're talking with Chani Honeycutt. She is the special events manager for the city of Nassau Bay. We are going to take a short commercial break, and when we come back, we are talking with our friends from Faithful Friends. They have brought some cute furry friends for us to get to talk with them about their mission and what they have going on. Once again, be sure and share this video so you can let your friends know that you're watching the best show in the Bay Area, On Air with Pierre. We'll be right back.
Yay!
Every meeting and group event deserves to be at South Shore Harbor Resort. From extravagant to intimate, trust us to make your next business event a success. Perfectly located just 30 miles south of Houston, South Shore Harbor Resort is the largest full-service waterside resort in Southeast Texas. Mixing business with pleasure has its benefits. Our executive chef has created a delicious menu full of the best local ingredients. With upscale, casual, and poolside dining options, there is something for every appetite. Business has never been easier with such amazing choice of meeting spaces that provide a relaxed waterfront setting. Our state-of-the-art amphitheater is perfect for delivering a winning presentation. Swim, float, or paddle up to the poolside bar and enjoy the sun in our amazing 185-foot tropical oasis pool. Or take your time and lounge around in one of the beautiful private cabanas. You're going to sleep well in our luxurious, spacious, and airy rooms, furnished with plush bedding and a maritime theme. Business does not have to be all business while conferencing at South Shore Harbor Resort and Conference Center. Memories made here.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to the premiere show for the Bay Area Houston, On Air with Pierre. We also want to give a big shout out to our sponsors that help make this show possible. Starting off with our friends at Chick-fil-A in League City Town Center. A big shout out to them, and also our friends at Macy's Baybrook Mall, who gave us a brand new outfit so we can make sure and look good for every single show. I have the pleasure of talking to our friends from Faithful Friends. You are Shari.
Yes.
Right? And you are?
Linda.
Linda. Shari and Linda, thank y'all so much for making some time to come and talk with us. I want to start off by giving y'all an opportunity to talk a little bit about the organization and what you guys do.
Okay, so Faithful Friends was started a little over 25 years ago.
Okay.
We take animals like Teddy down here and Tucker, and we go to visit people at the senior centers, nursing homes, assisted living. We also expanded from that to go into hospitals. So we go to Houston Methodist Clear Lake.
Okay.
We go to Southeast Memorial and several other hospitals. We also go to schools and do reading programs with the kids at the schools because they can read to the dogs easier than they can read to their friends.
Okay.
And so we visit people just to make them feel better and give them some love when they need it, and the dogs are really good at that.
Sure. So the preparation that it takes as far as training and how you guys find your furry friends, what does that process typically look like?
Okay, well, so most of them are our own pets.
Okay.
And we have dogs, cats, rabbits, miniature horses, and all kinds of other stuff in the
Really?
program.
Okay.
And basically, each person is responsible for taking their animal to getting trained to do the basics like sit and stay and heel and that kind of stuff. And then we put them through a temperament test to make sure that they're okay with handling wheelchairs and walkers and things that they might see in the hospital that they're not going to see in your backyard, and expose them to that. Make sure there's
so
no
you guys
aggressive
don't
behavior.
actually house all the animals.
No.
People basically volunteer to take their own pet through the training program.
Correct.
And once they go through the training program, then they can sign up for individual or events that you guys help coordinate,
Correct.
whether it's at the school or whether it's at the hospital. That's beautiful. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. And you said we have two of our friends here today. We have
Teddy is down here on the floor.
okay. Teddy.
He's a big boy. He's 105, so he can't sit in my lap.
Okay. Hi, Teddy.
And
how are
he's
you?
10 years old.
10. Okay.
And then this is Tucker.
Tucker.
Tucker's a 10-year-old Shetland sheepdog.
Okay. Also 10.
Yes.
And
They're
is
seniors.
Tucker personally yours?
Yes.
Okay. And so, how did you hear about this program, and how did you get involved?
Through friends.
Okay.
Friends that were already involved with Shari. Shari's the founder of Faithful Friends, and she started it 25 years ago. And she can tell you some interesting stories, but now we have over 20, 25 facilities that want us, and there are some on waiting lists waiting to get us, because coming with a therapy dog has become such a popular thing to do. They lower our blood pressure.
Okay.
They make us feel comfortable. In senior homes, they remember the dogs that they had when they were younger that they can no longer have at the facility.
Sure.
The children who read Tucker are children who may not like to read very much, or
Okay.
a little bit below grade level, and he doesn't judge them when they make a mistake. He just loves them and listens, and sometimes they'll just sit there and they'll stroke him because they're, maybe stressed on missing a word here or there, or they'll twirl his hair, or they'll sit there and twirl his ear. They love to just pet him while he's laying there listening to them.
So, both Tucker and Teddy have been active in participating and going to visit different people that have benefited from these type of services. When somebody decides that they want their pet to be involved, do they reach out to you? What does that look like?
Yes. So Faithful Friends has its own Facebook page and
Okay.
website.
Okay.
And you reach out to us and let us know that you're interested.
Sure.
We have a workshop, a new volunteer workshop that we do every other month.
Okay.
And that's where we cover all the rules that we're required to follow.
Okay.
And get you all registered. And then after that, we set up a time for you to bring your animal.
Okay.
And like I said, we introduce them to the wheelchair and the walker and what it's going to be like to be around IV poles. And then after they pass the temperament test, you get to pick which visits fit your schedule
Sure.
and fit your animal's behavior. Like some visits are more active,
Right.
more kids throwing balls and stuff, and some of them like to just sit in the corner and be quiet. And
Right.
there might be a quiet visit that they want.
Perfect. So you guys are on Facebook. The name of the page is Faithful Friends.
Faithful Friends,
Okay.
Animal Assisted Therapy.
And then is there a website, or is it
Yes,
just on
it's-
Facebook?
It's Faithful Friends
Okay.
AAT.com.
Got you. Faithful Friends
AAT.
Faithful Friends AAT .com. You also have a phone number, 281-488-8517.
That's actually to the University Baptist Church.
Okay.
And that's the sponsor for our group. They're
Perfect.
the ones that we're a ministry of their church.
Thank you guys so much for coming to spend some time with us.
Certainly.
We'd love to have Teddy has gotten comfortable.
He's very
just laying
comfortable.
down, loving
He
the.
is. He's very
I don't know
nice
if we
and
can,
cool
if
on
we
the
can
floor.
have our camera and take a look. And hi, Teddy. How are you, buddy? Look, we're live on Air With Pierr. Look over there. Check it out. Yeah. And Tucker, you have been awesome as well. Just hanging out and being a good dog. I can see why there's so much tremendous value in having these beautiful creatures spend some time with people that either don't have pets or had pets at one point and are reliving those memories, and what a beautiful way to be able to add value and create some new memories for somebody that can really positively benefit from this type of service. Thank you guys so much. Yes, Shari, go ahead.
We've even had some people come out of a stroke or out of a coma.
Wow.
Because the animals came up and brushed up against them and they felt the hair of the animal against their hand and come out of the coma.
Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful thing to be able to see and to be able to experience and to be able to do for somebody and now, do you guys have a specific area as far as like geographically where you can take your animals?
We do League City, Clear Lake, Webster, Friendswood, and we go as far as Pasadena.
Sure. So the greater part of Bay Area, Houston.
Bay Area, Houston,
okay.
yes.
Perfect. Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming to spend
Thank
some
you.
time with us. If you guys want to get connected, you can go to their Facebook page, at Faithful Friends, and also to their website. All their information is on there. And then, Shari, if people want to get connected with you, they can email you as well at Shari@faithfulfriendsaat.com and get more information about that. We're going to take a short commercial break. And when we come back, we are talking with Karen Nelson of Design with Your Diamond Mind. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And don't forget and share this video out with your friends so you can let them know you're watching the best show in the Bay Area, Houston, On Air with Pierre. Being in the event and marketing space, looking your best is key. That's why I'm glad to be using the personal styling services of Macy's at Baybrook Mall. The services of Macy's My Stylist are complete and can offer you a personal shopper to guide you through it all. You're going to be getting the latest trends in fashion from the top brands. You'll go through a custom fitting that will allow your stylist to pull a line of options for your review. And the best part is, it's a complimentary service provided by Macy's. That's right, no charge for the service. And if fashionable trends isn't what you're looking for, you can always visit their beauty department for the latest in makeup and fragrances. So don't wait any longer and let a Macy's stylist take your look to the next level. You'll be glad you did. To schedule your appointment, call Michael Haddock at 409-370-3294 or book online at macys.com/mystylist. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We just talked with our friends from Faithful Friends who brought us our cute little dog creatures, furry friends. They're so amazing. But I'm so excited because I'm going to get to talk with my good friend, Karen Nelson. Please help me welcome Karen Nelson with Design with Your Diamond Mind.
Hi. Thank
Karen,
you so much for having me on.
Of course, man. I don't want to kind of date how long we go back,
let's not go there.
But I think we go back all the way to, at one point I lived at Village on the Lake, and I needed some help with decorating.
Some colors. I think you wanted colors.
Some color.
Always wants colors. Absolutely.
Yes, I am definitely a colors person. Karen, you've become sort of kind of a staple for great design here in the Bay Area, Houston, and all of that has come with the price. But you've spent a lot of time and you bring a lot of experience when it comes to design. But tell us a little bit about your background and how you ended up deciding to be a interior designer.
It's actually kind of funny the way I got started. I was in the Coast Guard, and after the Coast Guard, I was a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
My daughter's now 16, if that doesn't age me at all. And so when I was at home staying with her, I decided to use my GI Bill. So I went to school for interior decorating.
Okay.
And the whole reason I went to school, though, was we had a house, but didn't have a ton of money. So I did the decorating myself.
Okay.
And then we hosted a party, and people just kept coming through, and like the entire party, they were asking how we did what we did. And it was something that came natural to me. So I thought, wow, let's go for this.
So there was kind of a natural talent that you got to do in your own home, right? And then combine that with, you decided to take advantage of your GI Bill, go to school, pair that with some formal training. Yeah. And now here you are.
So I can blame my mom for all of this. She had the same ability.
So over the Design with Your Diamond Mind was born how long ago?
12 years.
12 years. And it's been a wild roller coaster.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Filled with lots of learning experiences. Of course. Some highs, some downs, and that's the beautiful thing I think about entrepreneurship is that we get to experience some wins, and then when we don't experience the wins, we hopefully experience some lessons learned, right? That we add to our tool belt, and we say, hey, when something like this similar presents itself in the future, I kind of know I've got an additional tool in my tool belt that I can apply.
Absolutely.
What has that journey been for you as an entrepreneur and growing your own business?
I guess the way I keep looking at it is you're it. So
Right.
when you're an entrepreneur,
Sure.
if it's going great, you're doing it.
Right.
If it's going wrong, you're doing it. So it's like
The buck stops with you.
Exactly.
Right.
It's a good and a bad thing, but I mean, I've enjoyed the whole journey.
Sure.
It's been, obviously some tears have been shed along
Sure.
the way, but the people I get to meet and we're not just, when I'm finished, we're not just decorating for you.
Right.
We become friends because I really have to know you to decorate for you.
Sure.
So, and everything I learn, I watch HGTV too, so everything I'm watching and learning and putting it together, it just combines into this beautiful thing for someone when you leave.
I love that you just said that part of being able to give somebody advice or suggestions on their space means that you've got to get to know who that person is. Because in essence, the design piece is a representation of the client or of the person,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
How hard is it sometimes to for lack of a better term, extrapolate, maybe?
Yeah.
I'm using my big words today. On Air with
Can
Pierre.
I look that up? I'm not sure.
But there is this mission to try to have a conversation, whether it's in a couple of 30-minute conversations or a couple of hour-long conversations, that ultimately end in this place where you say, based on all of that, this is what I can extrapolate into aesthetics, into colors, into fabrics, into patterns. How challenging is that?
So year one, virtually impossible. It was very hard. Like the training you get at school is, have them look in their closet. What colors do they wear? Things like that. What I do now is after 12 years, I already know you just from seeing what you have in your house already.
Gotcha.
So there's a few people that throw some at me and I'm like, oh, well, we're going this direction, not this. But I'm able to catch it. That's where that experience and you know, really listening to someone, you have to listen in order to be a good decorator.
So after I think when we did the apartment, my apartment that had a different accent color for every room, from a palette of sort of bright colors. Then we went years later to, I guess, 2-3 years ago when I moved to my home in Deer Park, and shout out to all the Deer Park folks. And LaPorte folks too. I'm a native LaPortian.
There you go.
And so when I moved into my Deer Park home, then we also did a whole revamp, and kind of picked out a bit of a different, different color palette to go off of.
You evolve. You really do as a person, and as you grow and you get to know yourself better, then that comes across too, because you're not the same person you were, let's say, a year ago.
So if I remember distinctly, not to put you on the spot.
Uh-oh. Are we going to talk orange?
There was a... Orange is not the new black, because we had a color that didn't make it to the final phase, and I believe it was one of the bright oranges.
It was, yeah. That's tough for everyone, though. That's a tough color. Orange is a tough color to pull off.
And so the thing that I like about this process is that it really sometimes helps you sort of see things or realize things that you yourself, because you're with you all the time, when you bring in an expert or a professional in this field, they sometimes help you see things that you didn't know, almost kind of like when you go to Target and with the plan to get something, and then you end up with $250 later, right?
Yes,
and then you didn't realize, you're like, oh my gosh, I absolutely like that. I don't know how I've lived my life without that sponge for my wash my dishes, whatever.
Absolutely.
And so, well, I'm assuming there's sort of like phases of when people decide to redecorate their space, from kind of blending the functionality aspect to it, to the aesthetic, and then blending all of that with what's sort of in vogue or what in fashion. What are some of the things that you how do you prioritize the functionality, the look, and then like something that might be functional and looks good, but it was really popular in 1972 and not in 2019. So how do you kind of like figure all that stuff out?
Yeah, it's really, your home. At the end of the day, if you're stuck in 1970 and that is honestly what you look at every day and it makes you smile, then we can do little pieces of it. But it can't be the main focus. We have to get you kind of up to date. A lot of times it'll be, people pass things down to you. Yeah. That stuff's timeless. If it makes you smile, you need it. Sure. But there's also consistency in color. There's repetition. There's even the way your space functions. Do you come in the front door and you need a bowl for your keys? Or do you come through the garage? Right. What do you want people to know? I mean, it's all tied in, and I hate to say that it would go, it's all together. I don't really know how to break that down, because it's literally, who are you? Right. Because I leave, and if it's not great for you,
you're going to make it,
exactly. Then it's your house, and you're going to be like, well, I'm going to put this over here now that she's gone. So
I have I have multiple issues, but the one that relates to the one that relates to this conversation is, in my closet, I have all my clothes, hung up, and then I have two sinks in my master bathroom, and I use one of the sinks, and the other sink at some point kind of became where I put either pants that I'm in a rush and I don't hang them up, so I put them there. And so what I realized is that over time that pile gets bigger and bigger, and so because that sink is never used, it's become like the second piece of the. So furniture. I went and got some a little additional thing to put inside of my closet, and I'm like, I can fold up my my pants or my shirts and put them there, but it's so hard to break that habit.
Yes, and I was also going to suggest you use the other sink. So you would use the sink that you're not right by your closet, whatever it's. Yeah. You would just use the other one.
That's a good idea.
That's why I'm here.
This is why she's here. This is why she's so talented at what she does. Karen, you actually are very part of the name "Design with Your Diamond Mind" means that you can go into somebody's home for a very economically friendly price, and help them out with doing some stuff to make their home look 10 times better.
Right. We're trying to bridge that gap between the designer look and the actual cost.
Gotcha.
So we don't have, everybody, if you're working, you need a beautiful home. Sure. It's one of those things where your home is your safe haven, is where you come to relax. And I don't think budget should be the reason you can't enjoy your space. You're working hard to get it.
Absolutely.
So everybody should enjoy it.
Right. So you brought us some pictures because you want to show us a little bit about some before and afters. Yes. And I think we're gonna be able to get
our. Do this actually. Huh? You might want to hold.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this was the before. For our
right here.
Oh,
all right.
Here we go. So am I close enough? There we go. So this was the before for our client. Very functional, very nice. But she wanted to go more transitional. Okay. So we added, this is the after. So we got a new couch. We also did a different rug. New artwork. This was actually customized, something she saw, but we were able to have someone make it for us. And then over here, we actually did more family-based. We wanted it to really pull out who she truly was and what made her happy.
Okay. And so this was the after. And I don't know if it's possible to bring the camera a little bit closer so that we can see. There we go.
We need to put the pictures up.
Okay, so here's the after, right?
And so this is just bringing her a little more style, but it's still, I think this looks so much more personalized than the first one.
Right.
You can really tell.
And the different colors that, that kind of the little splash of the blue and the yellow and stuff adds, just that little detail adds a different look to that.
It does.
That whole wall.
It fills the wall so much better than the other piece of art.
Right, absolutely. Okay, what do you have next?
Okay, so this is a before. This was a beach house that we did in Galveston. Okay. And this was a before. Of course, we've all seen this home. We've all even walked it when we're viewing homes. Okay. There's nothing really wrong with it. We just wanted to update it and, like you said, kind of get rid of that older vibe to it and freshen it up.
That pastel on that picture frame looks a little 70s.
It dated it. And that's one of the things that we did need to get rid of and update because it aged the entire room.
Right. Okay, perfect. And so that's the before.
Is the after.
And then now let's look over here at the after. Oh my gosh.
So the after, it's very streamlined. This is supposed to be like a guest retreat. Yes. So if I go to a beach house, this is what I'm wanting.
Of course. and that looks so much more modern.
Yeah.
There's also kind of a more airy look, like a
Exactly.
more clean linen.
Mm-hmm. And that's what the beach is to me. Like, the first comforter was really busy, but I don't want you, when you come in to rest and relax and rejuvenate in Galveston, I don't want you to, stop at the old comforter.
Right.
I want you to keep, I think you can even see the outside a little bit. It just really pulls you out.
Absolutely.
Outside.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And you have one more?
Yes. This
oh
is
my gosh.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay.
Yes.
So this is the before of the set you're looking at now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, oh my guys, this is real. So this is my office space, which if you can see sort of here, this is kind of the window where we're sitting in front of. Here. And then we had, I don't know, so we had this couch, which we actually moved back to another piece, and then we had the whole space was just cluttered, and it wasn't very organized. We hadn't really done much with it, but Karen, talk to us a little bit through, and then I'm gonna ask my camera guy to kind of do a little pan, if possible, of the set, so that you can walk us through kind of what we did here.
Okay. Well, you actually had a vision when you came to me, and it was you wanted
like a Raven-Symoné vision.
Yeah, yes, you wanted that New York vibe.
Okay.
So we took what his idea was, and we went ahead and built it. We definitely need the exposed brick that gave us the New York.
Okay.
I wanted the velvet texture,
yes.
just so it looked a little high end in here.
Okay.
And then of course you added these amazing lights, which I love.
Yep.
The glow. We wanted to do, these are metal shelving.
Okay.
We just wanted everything to have that, be very layered.
Sure.
And what's awesome about this is it wasn't all that expensive. We were able to, repurpose tables. Even the futon that was in here before, that's still in your office.
Sure.
It's just using what you have and just kind of manipulating it for a better flow, which is what we do in people's homes as well. So it's not like run out and buy everything new.
Sure. And we got some greenery.
Correct.
We placed something here in this wall that the frame, I believe, had a color already that matched really well with the curtains.
And again, that's so personalized. You worked your butt off for that. So it's,
Yes.
And then we wanted, that old New York vibe.
Sure.
So we got this lamp.
Okay.
And then again, we used the table. We purchased a new rug.
Yes,
and,
I love the rug.
Yeah. And we were at At Home?
Yes, we were.
Yeah, we rated
we were definitely at home, and I got to tell you guys that this was not just this was a process that was very. It took work, but it was also personalized, and it felt fun, right? It felt great to be able to have the opportunity to work with Karen, and she would send me pictures, and we would vet through the different options and the different layers.
Saturday morning I was designing on my couch.
Yes,
I had a vision of the room like the Raven one.
Yes.
And we came up with this.
I absolutely I think most folks would agree that this is definitely quite a transformation for the space that we did with the budget that we had. And so what I would say to our viewers is, do not by any means feel like the interior designer that you're used to maybe seeing on TV or on HDTV that's gonna come and charge you 15-20 grand to do all this stuff, that you're gonna have that with Karen, because Karen's gonna put together a personalized package that works for you and can also make sure that it works within the budget and the parameters that you're working with. Absolutely. And Karen, we were at the golf tournament a couple of days ago for communities and schools.
Yes.
Where they auctioned off a package that you've put together with Furniture Zone, in partnership with Furniture Zone, where you're going to be doing a makeover.
Correct.
And also they're going to have a credit to go and buy some furniture from.
It was like $1,000.
Yes.
It was insane.
And so, but I heard the package sold for like $2,500 or something like that.
Yay!
So
that's great news.
That's definitely something good to look forward to.
Yes, and that's such a good communities in school. I'm so excited.
Such a great organization. Karen, I want to thank you for coming to spend some time with us. I'd love to have you come back sometime before our season ends, and talk about summer looks, summer things that people can do. We've sort of, depending on how much time we spend on making our house look winterish, now that we're going in the spring and in the summer, there's probably some things that we can do to kind of freshen up
brighter,
and look.
yep.
So hopefully we can have you come back on the show and talk to us a little bit, about giving us some tips.
Okay.
If folks want to get connected with you and say, hey, I want you to come and take a look at my house, or I want to sign up for one of the a remodel package or something like that, how can they do that?
Well, the rest of our portfolio is on Houzz, which is HOUZZ.com.
Okay.
Under Design with Your Diamond Mind.
Okay.
So you can see more of our portfolio. You can also reach out, which is DWYDIM.com. That's
Okay.
our website.
Okay.
And then through that, you can actually sign up for our newsletter, which you get, certain deals and stuff.
Sure.
And you can also go, I think, the back end Squarespace, but they can send me, what are those called? Info forms.
Yes.
So we can reach out.
Okay.
Or you can call 832-535-1115 and get us directly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Karen, thank you again for coming to spend some time with us. If you are tuning in, we're talking with Karen Nelson, the owner of Design with Your Diamond Mind, one of Houston's top interior designers that we were lucky enough to be able to have to come and help us redo our set for On Air with Pierre. We're going to take one more commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk with Lauren Perez of Mobile Mixology, who's got some amazing tips on how to make some delicious drinks. We're going to be talking with her, so stay tuned. Don't move right there. We're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It's a live show, and so we've got guests coming in, guests going out. It's all fun here, and I have the pleasure of getting to talk with Lauren Perez from Mobile Mixology. Please help me welcome Lauren. Lauren, thank you for spending some time with us today. I want to take a quick little minute for you to talk to us about who Lauren is and how you got involved with mixology and drinks and that kind of stuff.
Okay, so I've been a bartender since I was 18.
Okay.
The legal age in Texas is 18 to be a bartender.
If you could have started sooner, you would have started sooner. Okay.
So I've been in the service industry actually since I was 15.
Okay.
And just with over the years of bartending so much, I've had regulars, and they've always invited me to do their kids' graduations and their other parties or their weddings. And me being a single mom of 2 kids, I was like, maybe I should make this into a business.
Sure.
So I did all the research, got all the licensing, the insurance, all that kind of stuff, and I've been doing Mobile Mixology has been almost 2 years in Texas going strong. So.
Wow. So I'm glad that you brought up the process that you went through, and I'd like for you to expand a little bit on the process for you to be able to do a party or drinks at somewhere else, because I think folks have sometimes the idea that you have to get a license and a permit and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And typically you do. And so what does that look like whenever somebody hires you to come and do a private party for them?
There's a difference between being certified to serve drinks
and
food.
Okay.
So that is TBC and food handlers.
Okay.
So when you go to a restaurant, your server and bartender are TBC certified and food handler certified. So that means that they were educated on how to safely serve alcohol to make sure that you don't overserve people. And that you can identify somebody who could possibly be an issue and put their lives or somebody else's lives in danger.
And that's important, right?
It's a huge thing.
And so that's a license you get from the state?
So yes, that's something that you can do online, and it's an education program that you can do online, and then you get certified. Anybody can do it.
Okay.
But when it comes to the business side of things, my actual business has a business license, and then I also have general and liquor liability insurance.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So my business really takes over-serving and safely serving, very seriously. We don't overserve. We want to make sure everybody has a great time.
Sure.
But I mean, we've done weddings to where they've gone to the extent of hiring coach buses and picking people up from 2 hours away, taking them to the reception. They have a fun party time, and everybody has a great time. And then on the way back, it's a 2-hour bus ride. They give them snacks and waters, and so we work together like that to make sure everybody has a safe but a really incredibly fun time.
And so all the things that you just talk about, the general liability insurance, the business license, the fact that all the service that you have. So when you go to an event where there's where you bring another team member with you, they're also TABC certified. And I think it's important for folks to know that there's a lot of rules, but when you keep the licensing, the orders, and the people's safety in mind, you can have a great time, and you can have a fun party, making sure that all those T's are crossed and I's are dotted, if you will, right?
I mean, and what's great now, 2019, you have Uber, you have Lyft.
Sure.
And, with my company, I buy Uber credits and
Okay.
Lyft credits and stuff like that. So some people don't plan on having so much fun, but I make sure that they can get home safely no matter what. And that's,
Right.
I mean, that's a big thing. It's not horrible to have fun.
Sure.
You just need to be safe about it. And that's what we preach through Mobile Mixology for sure.
And we're actually going to take one more commercial break because, Lauren, you're going to talk to us a little bit about some specific drinks and stuff that we can, we've got some drinks right here in the studio, and there's big smiles on my production teams. We got Zach and Luis, and they're smiling from ear to ear because they saw Lauren come in with some drink. Are y'all ready? Are you guys ready for some drinks?
Yeah!
Oh, even the folks in the green room. Is Chani still here?
Yeah, everybody's still here.
Everyone's still here. Wow. Even Teddy and the puppies left. Okay. Well, Teddy told me on his way out. He's like, I'm gonna come back for some of those drinks. Folks, at this time, I also want to take a quick minute to give a shout out to our sponsors that help make this show possible, including our friends at Macy's Baybrook Mall, who gave us a brand new outfit for every single show, and also our friends at Chick-fil-A League City Town Center. We do have additional opportunities for you to be a sponsor of the show. Please contact us at Top Star Events and Entertainment, and don't forget that we also post the replay links for the show on YouTube on our page at Top Star Events and Entertainment. Speaking of Top Star Events and Entertainment, we also have a great event coming up called LeaderCast Clear Lake and LeaderCast Galveston County, featuring speakers like Gail King, Patrick Lencioni, and Andy Stanley. For tickets are on sale now at topstarevents.com. We also have sponsorship opportunities available for that. We're going to take one more commercial break, and when we come back, we're talking with Lauren Perez of Mobile Mixology and closing out our show with some delicious drinks with the best show on Bay Area Houston, On Air with Pierre. We'll be right back.
Every meeting and group event deserves to be at South Shore Harbor Resort. From extravagant to intimate, trust us to make your next business event a success. Perfectly located just 30 miles south of Houston, South Shore Harbor Resort is the largest full-service waterside resort in Southeast Texas. Mixing business with pleasure has its benefits. Our executive chef has created a delicious menu full of the best local ingredients. With upscale, casual, and poolside dining options, there is something for every appetite. Business has never been easier with such amazing choice of meeting spaces that provide a relaxed waterfront setting. Our state-of-the-art amphitheater is perfect for delivering a winning presentation. Swim, float, or paddle up to the poolside bar and enjoy the sun in our amazing 185-foot tropical oasis pool. Or take your time and lounge around in one of the beautiful private cabanas. You're going to sleep well in our luxurious, spacious, and airy rooms, furnished with plush bedding and a maritime theme. Business does not have to be all business while conferencing at South Shore Harbor Resort and Conference Center. Memories made here.
We are back because technology is so amazing. Our producers got so excited. We don't know what happened with the microphone, but now you guys should be able to hear us. So that's perfect. And we're here with Lauren. Lauren, we were talking earlier about being able to host people at your home, whether it's for Easter, that's right around the corner, and then summer, like to, have friends come out in the patio and join us. And so you've got a drink that you think is perfect for that. Tell us a little bit about that.
So with Mobile Mixology, we host Mixology parties for 10 to 20 people.
Okay.
And we can come to your house, or we have venues that we host it at. But the whole point is to be able to teach you how to make cocktails that are easy and friendly, so that you can look kind of fancy and suave, but it doesn't require tons of shaking and herbs and smacking and all the other stuff that you see at the cocktail places. Granted, I love those places.
Sure.
But when you're at home, sometimes you just want something easy.
Okay.
So the first one is going to be a brunch sangria.
Okay.
So what I've done, I've already cut up some fresh apples, and then I just placed some frozen peaches in there. Frozen peaches is frozen fruit. Period is a great way to go ahead and cool down an ice sangrias without watering them down.
Nice.
Which nobody likes watered down alcohol.
Okay, and you said that this comes with sangria.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, with what kind of wine?
This is Chardonnay, so it's going to be a white wine sangria.
And so, is this something that people typically have at home? I know. What do you, ladies? What do you think?
On hand, 3 or 4.
3 or 4 bottles. Wow.
Well, and what's great is that you can get great Chardonnays for under $10.
Okay.
I actually use a few of them that are about $6 and $7.
Okay.
And they are great for mixing, great for sangria. So all you have to do is pour a bottle of your favorite white wine that you like to mix.
She poured the whole bottle.
That's my kind of girl.
She's gonna get herself hired.
Once again, guys, Mobile Mixology can come to your home and they can show you how to make this stuff. So part of these parties are not just about like, oh, we're just gonna drink and drink, but you're also learning some education.
So what I do is, I added some, real quick, I just added some orange juice, which everybody also has most of the time in their house. And it's fresh orange juice, so, and then what you do is you let it sit while you get your brunch ready. Okay. And by that time, it's already been marinating in the fruits and everything, and then it's ready to serve. So this is super easy. That's all you had to do, was add fruit, orange juice, and white wine, and then you have your summer brunch sangria.
Nice. Look at that right there, guys. So and it's ready to go. Beautiful sangria. All right. Okay, what else do you have?
Okay, so a lot of people are about to do some poolside drinking. It is summer starts early in Texas. So what we do is, I know that most people have the cute little gift shakers at home. A lot of people don't know how to use them. You can make more than just martinis out of them. Okay. So what we're going to do is make a Cancun Lagoon drink. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and fill a little bit with ice, just enough to shake. Okay. You're going to do an ounce. My favorite is Jose Silver. It's a great tequila to mix. So you do an ounce
Jose
of
Silver, y'all got that?
Write it down.
All right.
So you do an ounce of tequila. You're going to do a half an ounce of blue curacao. Okay. I know some people say that they get a tiny bit too tipsy sometimes when they drink. So blue curacao comes with alcohol in it, but then you can also get like the virgin blue curacao. Okay. So you don't have
I never
to
knew how to say that, but now I know how to say it. It's blue curacao.
I'm learning a lot today.
Yes. Okay.
And then you're going to do another ounce of orange juice. Okay. Which everybody has in their house again. And then you're just going to give it a good shake. Make sure it's sealed, because otherwise that stuff flies everywhere. And then you get that beautiful blue lagoon look. Cool. And then all you have to do is just fill one of your household cups with ice. You're gonna do half of lime juice. So just squeeze fresh lime juice into it at the bottom. And then you just strain over ice. And this is Cancun Lagoon.
Cancun Lagoon.
Yes.
So it's actually a really good tequila drink. And a lot of people are afraid of tequila, but this is a great way to drink it.
Perfect. So this is perfect for poolside.
Yep, poolside.
Are some of these recipes available for that for people to do like kind of a big batch, so that if you're hosting, you can like make it all and then?
So it's actually super easy to make big batch drinks. Okay. So if they can go ahead and just message me on Facebook. Okay. Pinterest is also your friend. Sure. So I like to do a lot of originals and make a twist on it, just because it's a lot of fun. Sure. And I enjoy, just much like cooking, I enjoy creating cocktails. Okay. Because it's just fun. But yeah, I mean, they can always message me on the Mobile Mixology Facebook page.
Perfect.
And I can always come up with big batch drinks for them and all that other kind of stuff. But yeah, with our mixology
parties.
I
think it's time for us to see if everything Lauren's been talking about is a real deal. What do you think, Chani?
I've waited this whole
time?
Yeah, whole show for this. So I'm just...
Okay, perfect. So I think you're going to pour a sangria, and then we have
sangrias.
Yep.
And then we have some Blue Lagoon.
I mean, you seem like a Blue Lagoon kind of guy. So
I seem like a Blue Lagoon?
I thought the host was last.
Yeah, the host is last, right. Yes.
Yeah,
once again, we want to thank all of our friends for joining us today for this great episode of On Air with Pierre, where we welcome Chani Honeycutt with the City of Nassau Bay, also Karen Nelson with Design With Your Diamond Mind, and of course, Lauren Perez of Mobile Mixology. We also talked with our friends, faithful friends, who brought their cute furry friends who are doing a great service out there in the community, so we appreciate them. All of the links into our shows and all the stuff that we talked about today are going to be placed on our Facebook page. Be sure and get connected at Top Star Events and Entertainment. And now I think it's time to have some drinks. Have a taste.
Yeah.
So what are you having, Karen?
I'm gonna go for the Blue Lagoon.
You're gonna go for the Blue Lagoon?
Yes.
What do you want? Blue Lagoon?
I guess I'll go for the Blue Lagoon.
Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect. And I'm gonna have with Lauren the sangria. All right, so let's try this
Cheers.
out.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank
Yes.
you. Oh wow,
Oh,
that's really good.
Yes. Very
Not the
refreshing.
I'll go in.
Yeah.
Are we done?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next week, be sure and tune in. What do we have next week? I don't know what we've got going on next. Oh, next week we're talking with Stacey Gonzalez of Amico Federal Credit Union, one of our big sponsors for LeaderCast Clear Lake and LeaderCast Galveston County. We're also talking with Nicole Bello of HR Smarter Solutions, so be sure and tune in. Until then, this has been an episode of On Air with Pierre. See you next week.
Bye.